So, prophetic dreams. Today, I've been called to talk to you about the dream landscape. Um, so, a lot of us are having vivid dreams at the moment, and we wake up and we might remember a small part of it, and then it goes. We forget. We think, oh, I wonder what that means, and it's gone. So right now it's Virgo season, which means that when the full moon comes, it's going to be in Pisces. So there's that lovely, dreamy, intuitive, empathic feel to the month. And I love Virgo Pisces. I absolutely adore them. So the veil is starting to get thinner, which will get thinner and thinner until we reach the end of October. And that process starts now. You can feel it. If you're tuned in, you know it. If you're not tuned in, you feel it and you don't know what that feeling is. Things are starting to crumble a little bit, and so we can get a lot more insight. So let me talk to you about dreams. If you want to learn from your dreams, keep a notebook by the side of your bed and a pen. And as soon as you wake up, start writing. Write what you remember, and it will surprise you. The more you write, the more you will remember. So you may remember, for example, a fox outside your childhood home. And then as you start to write, more and more detail, story will come to you. It's incredible what's in the subconscious mind. It's really important we do it as soon as possible. If you forget, you can try a bit later and see what flows. So a little bit about dreams and dream symbolism. So we have different phases through the night of what we're going to be dreaming about. The dreams that you normally remember are messages. They're messages in the dream state about what's going on in your life right now. Towards midnight, where the dreams that we don't remember, many of us actually astral project to the world between worlds, and we go learn lessons with our spirit guides. But we don't often remember that. As I say that, you might go, oh my God, yeah. But it's just not tangible. So what you're probably remembering is the dreams that's a message for you. Following the lessons you've had, I guess, in the world between worlds. So what's the symbolism of dreams? Generally, the dreams that you're remembering, everybody is you. Unless there's somebody who's from a different culture, they may actually be a different higher dimensional being who's got a message for you. So if you're Mexican and you're having a dream about somebody with like pale skin, that would be a higher dimensional being. If you've got pale skin and you're dreaming about someone from Mexico or Africa or Japan, then that person may represent a higher dimensional being. So whatever is exotic to you is a message, is a visitor, I guess, into your dream with a message for you. So that's one to remember, higher dimensional beings. The second good one to remember, second is that everybody is you generally. Everyone is a facet of you. So if you remember an old boyfriend, whatever you associate with that boyfriend, whatever comes to mind first, for example, or that person, that is the facet of you that is in question or being shown to you in your dream. So if you remember somebody who is passionate, or you remember somebody that was mean, then that is the facet of you that is being shown to you within the dream. So higher dimensional beings, different versions of yourself, different facets of yourself. If things are on your left, it's generally about service to self. If things are on service to others on your left, and on your right is generally service to self. So if something's on your right, it's something that you're doing for yourself. Quite rightly, we have to do things for ourselves, or it might be where you're overindulging in yourself. And then if it's over to the left, it's a message about what you're doing for other people, how you're serving other people. Are you giving too much? Are you giving enough? How are you doing it? What's going on when it comes to your service of self? That's over on your left-hand side. Okay, so we've got higher dimensional beings, different facets of self. We've got service to self and service to others. They're really three very important aspects of the dream. Now, how about different levels? If you're down in a deep valley, you're dealing with root chakra stuff, safety stuff. If you're maybe in a green valley, no, in a green sort of pasture, then it's to do maybe with more the middle, the heart. And if you're dealing with something, maybe you're in a plane there, or you're flying, you're in the sky, you're in a mountain, then you're dealing with crown chakra stuff. So if it's low, it's to do with safety, sexuality, creativity. If you're kind of high, but not too high, it's to do maybe with your heart chakra, the way you're expressing yourself. And if you're very high, it's to do with your intuition and your connection to source. How quick you're going is also really important. You may have a dream where you're trying to get to the airport and you can't quite get there. And when you're running really slow. Or you may have one where you're zooming really, really fast. And that's the speed of your spiritual journey right now. How you're feeling in your life, how you're feeling on your journey. Do you feel like things aren't moving fast enough? You want to get the plane, you want to go fast, but you can't quite get there. Or are you flying? Are you going quickly? So it could be a car, could be faster, which is a train, could be even faster, which is a plane, maybe a rocket, maybe a spaceship. So you could be flying without any support at all. So the different speeds are important too. Anything else? Spirit, animals. So if you see an animal in your dream, our first instinct generally is to Google it, right? So we're like, oh, okay, what does a fox mean? And then I'm going to Google the fox. Actually, that's not right. It's what it means to you. So when you think of a fox, for example, because I dreamed of a fox last night, what's the first things you think? Do you think wily? Do you think manipulative? Or do you think they're really, really cute and fun and playful? What aspect of yourself is being depicted by the fox or the animal? Depends on what you think. It's your subconscious talking to you. So you could look it up and say, oh, I never thought about that before. Well, it's wrong then. It's not appropriate to you at all. So there's the basics of the dream landscape. So if you're remembering a dream in the morning, write it down and see what you remember. See what comes through to you. See what the story is. Most of the people in the dream are going to represent a facet of yourself. So when you think of that person, what do you think? You had a relationship with them. What sort of relationship? What sort of person are they in your mind, in your interpretation? If you see someone that feels exotic, then they are possibly a higher dimensional being who has a message for you. So what was the message? What were they doing? What were they saying? Different heights, different speeds. They're important. What are we dealing with? What landscape are we dealing with? And how quickly are we going along our spiritual journey? And animals, what the animals represent to you is the message for you. And then just on a side note, colour is really important. So if you are familiar with the colours of the chakras and what they represent, that's important. So when I said a green pasture, that would be heart chakra. So that's to do with love. That's to do with love. If it was red, it would be, you could write this down, red would be root chakra, which is about safety, security, fear. Orange is your sacral chakra, which is to do with sex, creativity, expressing ourselves in the physical realm. Yellow would be solar plexus, which is around our belly button. That is our drive, our energy, might be to do with anger or assertion. It's just strong, energetic, passionate energy. I've already touched on green for heart chakra. Heart chakra could also be pink. And then we've got the throat chakra, which is blue. That's how we express ourselves verbally. That's to do with what we write and what we say. And then we've got the third eye chakra, which is it's debated. I would say, some people say this is indigo. I would say it's violet. So indigo is a blue that's got a purple sort of tinge, and violet is like a bright purple. I would say that it's violet. That's to do with your intuition. That's to do with your state of empathy. And then we've got the crown chakra, which is white. And that's to do with our connection to source, our connection to our higher self, our spirituality. So whatever colours you're seeing in your dreams, they're important too. So write it down and then perhaps highlight or underline the colours and the speeds and the heights and the methods of transport, the people that you've seen, the animals that you've seen, higher dimensional beings that you've seen, and then you can see what the message was. Try not to go into, write it in flow. So if things are coming to you afterwards, you're probably using your conscious mind to fill in gaps and to explain things. So try and write it from the subconscious mind. If you don't know, don't write it. Don't start to speculate, and see what naturally flows for you. So happy dreaming. You're welcome to come onto the group and share the dreams that you've been having and the realizations. If there's any symbolism that you see and you're not entirely sure, come and join. Share it with us and we'll be able to help. So prophetic dreams, it's Virgo season. It's time to get organized. We've got the Pisces dreaminess. Let's figure out what the messages are behind the dreams. So I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are. Sending you so much love, and I'll connect with you soon.